I'll just be
And
doing it on Blue
we
Sky.
are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Okay, it looks like it's exactly like
I will
Twitter.
always repost
It
the
is.
Blue Sky stuff.
But
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Blue Sky is pretty much, almost a 1-to-1 like duplicate of Twitter, and it's amazing. Just not a lot of douchebags on it.
But the thing is that I was saying to my friend, like, I like Blue Sky a lot, but everybody's too damn nice on there. I just need a little drama, but not political, sexist, racist, transphobic, any of that shit that's always on X or Twitter. I want like little catty stuff that I can watch while I
Entertaining drama.
scroll. Yeah, so I can just be like, oh, who are these people? But then that's it.
That's fair.
Yeah. Like
Well, are there drag queens on there? That's how we'll get our drama. Let's look up the drag queen accounts. Are they on there?
There are.
There we go. There we go. Let's look that up. Then. Canada just ended, so let's do this.
Canada just ended what?
The Canada, the finale of season 5 of Canada's Drag Race.
I was just like, Canada ended? Did anyone tell Tilt or Fox?
Well, or Fox.
Fox, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us your country ended?
It's our secret.
Can I show you guys something? Look at my new game controller.
That is so cool.
Ooh. See-through LEDs.
Yeah. They should bring that back. You know, when our electronics were see-through with like LED lights.
Mad Catz was great.
That shit was so cool. And now it's all like sleek and black or whatever. No, I want this back. This is my shit.
As long as they make a controller that fits in my hand, I would love it to be that. Because it's like, if I have to use a gaming controller and I'm not using my PS5, I have to use this.
I was just about to say the OG Xbox controller is like the best thing ever for big hands.
Yep, and that's what I use. Is I like when I'm streaming and I use a controller, I use this because my hands don't cramp up when I use it.
I have to. My hands are smaller, so I like sometimes when I'm playing, I have to like stretch. Yeah, that's why my hands. You get it? They kind of cramp a little bit. Also, I started playing a new game last night called Dredge, and I was like, I'll just check it out. 6 hours in, I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I've been playing this for 6 hours straight. It's really good.
Isn't that a sea game?
Yeah, you're playing as a fisherman.
No thanks.
You're playing as a fisherman, and you can fish, and there are like aberrations of the fish you get, and there's like a weird mystery going on, and it's very Lovecraftian, kind of dread. But I will say it's really fun and cool. The soundtrack is incredible. Like, I was not expecting
that was very similar. It's a fishing game, but it was Lovecraftian. Like they did specify as Lovecraftian. What was that game?
Sunless Sea. Sunless Sea.
But like Dredge is kind of like actually Lovecraftian as well. So like 2 Lovecraftian sea games.
Sunless Sea is almost kind of like Darkest Dungeon, but ocean and fishing.
A little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I lost like my entire evening. I was like, I'll just pay for like 5 minutes. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I started playing that randomizer yesterday.
Yep.
I started getting back into 7 days once we had our server, and the wait time goes by so quickly in 7 days.
Yep.
Playing that. It's like, yeah, well, I'll probably only be on for a couple hours, and then like 4 hours later, I'm like, I still want to keep
Part
playing.
of me is thinking of using that host site that I'm using for the 7-day server to also host a Conan server.
Conan, oh my god, I haven't played Conan in literal years. I used to be obsessed.
I love Conan Exiles. It's just...
no, me too. I used to play it with my boyfriend at the time. He's a streamer and he would RP on it, and he was like, that was like his thing, and it was actually really fun. Like I would just go off and do my own thing, and it's just cool when you're on RP servers too. People get like super into it.
They've added magic as well now.
I heard that. Yeah, like, I left a little bit before they added that.
Yeah, I want to get back into it and try it out because they've added pretty much the equivalent of a horde night to it, to where enemy forces will like build a camp outside your base or whatnot, and they'll try to like raid your treasure room, and like you can fend them off and you have to kill the enemy general, and when you do they drop like really good loot. So maybe I could convince some people to jump in and play Conan as well.
You can convince me.
There we go.
You can convince me.
There we go.
That sounds like fun. Cool.
See if I can't get an arachnophobia mod for people who don't want to see the giant spiders.
Yes, please.
Because nothing is more terrifying to people with arachnophobia than a car-sized spider running after you.
Yep.
Anyway, speaking of games that have car-sized spiders in them, how is everyone? That look.
We're not.
Why?
That's it's not a thing. Don't make it a thing.
Yeah, it is. Giant spiders in this game are considered large creatures. Technically, they're car-sized.
Don't like it.
Squish them. Squish them dead.
Yeah, this is the first time we are together since the first of the year. We kind of left off when we went on our little break. We kind of left off on a what the fuck moment. Multiple what the fuck moments, as somebody was thrown to another planet and lived there for 20 years and then instantly got pulled back into their old body after touching some creepy mannequins. You set up the bomb in the Silver Keep estate, hoping that it would go off. As you ran outside the city and you stood there and watched, there should have been an earth-shattering kaboom. And then there was an earth-shattering kaboom, but over at the wall around Roskin's Folly.
It's fine.
It's fine.
This is problematic.
That's north, right? We're going south. Bye.
Not my problem.
That's our motto.
List of things that are not my business.
Number 1, that.
Listen, I secured passage off this continent for a reason.
Isn't that where we're supposed to go, though?
Yeah.
Eventually,
No, it's fine.
We're not ready for that.
So,
I mean, it could have been a different explosion from a different reason.
as we pick up today, you're standing there in a bit of shock. Kind of fighting with the idea of maybe you just somehow sent the bomb towards pretty much the only defense this land has against the largest concentration of corruption. And as you stand there a little confused as to how this possibly could have happened, a secondary explosion happens. As you can see now fire rising up over the walls of Silver Keep. I have a feeling that that's probably the bomb you just set up. Took a little bit longer to detonate, but...
Oh, good.
Oh, good. The mannequins are dead.
Wait, I'm
Possibly.
confused. Did we blow up both of those places?
Coincidence. Has to be.
I'm going with coincidence.
I don't know.
Don't know enough to confirm nor deny it. And I don't feel like going back in there to find out. But I'm not going to stop anyone from going in to do that.
Can all of you roll me a d20? Fox, what'd you get?
I
see the
okay,
panic.
so well, it's less panic and more trying to calculate the odds of what just happened. I threw my D20 into my dice tray. It bounced out and hit the 3 other D20s that I have on my desk, and all 4 D20s landed on 19.
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Witchcraft.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Witchcraft.
Okay.
That's scary.
So what you're saying is it didn't
Witchcraft.
land in the box and therefore it doesn't count.
One way to look at it.
Also, creepy, eerie, strange.
Okay, Malls, did you do anything witchcrafty
Hey
with
man,
your dice?
I show up to D&D, I roll my D20 like a normal person. I got a 17.
Cass, what'd you get?
I also got a 19, but it was inside the box.
Weirds.
I rolled a 9.
And Zorro.
I rolled a 5.
Zorro. As you all are standing there,
Oh no.
still trying to piece everything together as to what the hell just happened, your eyes catch something that everyone else's didn't. As you were watching what the smoke clear from the wall from where you're standing at Roskin's Folly, you notice sort of a slight red streak racing from the wall itself off in the distance. It began to travel over the landside. It looking like it was a little bit underground as it raced towards Silverkeep. And as soon as that like little red streak went into Silverkeep, a couple seconds later, the manor exploded. But as all of this was happening, the streak went by a stationary cart. Passing underneath the cart, it launched it into the air. Debris was thrown everywhere for hundreds of feet. And a strange box falls into your hand.
Oh fuck! I just figured it out.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Yeah. I was like, what's happening? Oh fuck.
And the contents from being jostled just sort of spill out into your hands as a small deck of cards rests in your palm.
Oh, these are pretty.
So Zorro, you are the unfortunate recipient of the deck this time.
Or willing participant.
Or willing participant or fortunate participant, because you know the deck isn't always bad. But
That's
just to remind everyone, these are new decks. I took the 3 decks that I had and I combined them together.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
So
Yep.
decks 1, 2, and 3 are now completely different. So Zorro, I love this. This is the music we're playing as Zorro has to draw from the deck. And this is all due to an Extra Life donation of $100.
From who? Who
Me.
was this person?
Because every year to kick Extra Life off, when I open the page, I donate $100. So
Yep.
which means there is another raccoon dice bag that's going to be tossed out to people.
It was part of the raffle.
Yep.
I hope Panda gets it.
4 people were already chosen, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry, Panda.
Only
Joke's on
a
you.
couple people got back to me, though, so I need to reach out to the others.
Panda, yes. The raccoon is actually one of the deities in our world. As everybody holds up the raccoon dice bag.
They represent Santa for adventurers.
Because he's the gift giver.
Unlike that crafty goose.
So, Zorro, which deck would you like?
You know what? We will stick to my lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3. I love, like, as I pull the deck out, the card looking at me is ruin.
Hooray!
Hooray!
How many cards are in each deck? Is it the same as before? 20 or 22?
22.
Okay. Let's do 11 from the top.
From the top. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Not sure if we've gotten this card yet.
Oh.
It'd be a bad thing, though. Given how ominous it looks.
Uh-oh.
I hate how I have, like, everything, like, tabbed out. There we go. Hello? Deck?
The suspense is killing me, and this music is not
Right.
helping.
Ah, that's why. Give me a second.
Okie dokie.
For some reason, it just decided not to have this card's description in it. Because it's from the original deck. So I have to consult my original deck. Okay. Zorro, I am going to actually make you redraw. Because there is no way I can spin this like in a positive manner.
Oh god, am I allowed to know what it was at least?
The skull card.
Oh, what does that one do?
Fight
I haven't heard
death.
that one in a long while.
Fight death.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we haven't had that one in a really long time. Or ever.
Solo. Solo, death or die.
I don't know.
Hi, Spiffy.
Cleric, I don't know. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll still commit to the deck. And, let's do, 5th from the bottom.
Okay. It's funny, right as you said that, I like came up with a way I could spin it.
Womp womp. No takesy backsies.
Fun to play chess. What?
Out of curiosity, how would you spin it?
He'll probably have to save it for another day if someone ever draws it again.
So, Zorro, I'm just gonna make you take the original card because it just seems like you're having bad luck.
Oh no. Well, that's my life right
because
now.
Because the other card that you drew was the pit card.
Oh, fuck me.
Which causes the pit to open up underneath you and you fall and take 3d6 points of damage and you fall prone. But no, we'll keep with the skull card. And as you flip the card, you just draw the top card and you flip it over. Just a very ornate looking skull on it. Very ominous. As the card pretty much just like disintegrates in your hands. But nothing happens.
Look around. Waiting.
What's that stuff falling from your hand?
Pretty cards. I think we've seen them before. They look familiar.
They feel familiar.
I just don't know what happened. I don't feel different. Nothing looks different.
Okay.
As you say nothing looks different, something blurs your vision for just a moment. And then you're standing alone in a black void.
Hello? Where'd everyone go?
It's always the timid ones. Just once, I would like somebody with a little gusto to be summoned here.
You're confusing timid with curiosity? I also actually don't know what's going on.
I would be surprised if you did. As out walks what you can only assume is a person, though their body seems to be in a repetitive stage of decay and regrowth. As time passes, skin will melt off and fall in clumps to the ground, only to be replaced by fresh skin. Their body aging every second and then growing younger.
Okay, thankfully you're not who I thought you were originally.
You've been marked. Now we could do this one of two ways. We can fight. And if you lose, I take your soul to the afterlife.
Wait, why are we fighting? What did I do to anger you?
Oh no, this has nothing to do with anger. It was that little card of yours that you drew.
Is this equivalent to a glove slap? Oh my, I did not know.
Or you can provide me with 3 lives in exchange of yours. Now, don't worry, this is not random wanton murder. I have a little more class than that. But I will provide you with the name of a person. And when you come across them, and you will come across them, I need you to deliver them. And as he says that, this very plain looking bone white dagger appears in his hand. Simply pierce them with this, and that's all you need to do.
I will not kill innocent people. We've encountered a lot of bad people that I may be inclined to possibly agree to this, but that I do not kill people that do not deserve it because of some debt that they owe, because they made bad choices. No.
Oh, no, this isn't due to a debt they owe or bad choices they've made or anything. This is due to them being an affront to nature. Those who have somehow sidestepped out of nature's intended path, extended their lives beyond what should be logically possible.
Like a lich?
A lich is a very good example. Liches, vampires, people who have made wishes of immortality, affront to the natural cycle of things.
Someone who shifted the balance.
Indeed. I only need 3 of them from you. And you don't need to get into a giant fight with them. You don't need to draw attention. All you need to do is stab them with this dagger, and it'll do the rest.
She is all about balance. See, here's the funny thing, because it's been a while. We've been in 3 fights and haven't had a long rest. So I have 1 spell. That's all I got in me. So that's it. That's it. So,
Vampires, Zephyr hides your fangs.
Although I think being cursed as opposed to someone willingly shifting natures, 2 different things. So I think you're actually okay.
And you're technically,
Yeah.
because your grandma worked her mojo, you're technically only half vampire, so you don't live forever.
Yeah, but you know, my grandma's life is probably.
Oh, if that's the case, every hag is on the hit list. Let's be real here.
Hags are, to be fair, hags are not immortal. They just have very long lives.
Yep.
If they live that long. Because they constantly backstab.
The longer they live.
Yeah, and they constantly backstab and kill each other for power, so.
Yeah, that's just their nature. That's actually their nature. So,
Yeah, a very chaotic nature, but it is their nature.
That's actually natural to them, so that's fine. Would she... I don't know if she would be able to. Would she in this moment be able to send out a small prayer and reach out to her god for guidance?
Roll me D20.
15.
You reach out, hoping to receive any form of guidance from your god. But, as in typical god fashion, you're left unread.
So she has kind of like her hands clasped together, trying to like reach out to him. Kind of hoping, because there is a black void.
And this individual's just standing there in a very calm demeanor, not agitated by you taking your time.
Well, I would be lying if I said I wasn't for balance in nature. That's kind of my thing. Balancing life and death. But if they truly are shifting it in a negative way, not because it was their fault or anything, you know, like a curse or something, then
a curse would imply that they are looking to fix it. I'm not worried about the cursed.
Okay.
I'm concerned about those who willingly have extended their lives beyond what they should be.
What if they're people that did it to, you know, make sure that they can see their family thrive and be happy with prosperity and everything?
That is greed. You do not step out of the line of nature. Everyone has a time. Everyone has a fate.
Oh, that answer didn't make me feel good. Okay. Well, as cleric of mercy, it feels like this does need to be corrected. With a heavy heart, I will agree to these terms.
See, he like kind of like spins the dagger so the pommel is facing you, as he just holds it out for you to take it.
lets out a very deep breath before she grabs the handle.
Now I must warn you. This dagger will kill anything it pierces. Pierce only the names you are given.
Right. Can't just pull an ash and just insta-kill a dragon. Can't do that.
I mean, you could.
No.
And as soon as like you take the dagger, he vanishes in just like a pool of like disgusting rotted goop. And then a moment later, the darkness fades away from you. As everybody else just sees Vanica standing there for probably about like 5 or 10 minutes with a very blank stare on her face. Every now and then you can see her like lips like moving in like a silent speech. And as soon as like she comes to, her eyes flutter a little bit, and she's now holding this bone white dagger.
Vanica? What happened? Are you okay?
Oh, thank goodness you guys didn't leave. Okay. Hi. I don't know where I went.
You were right here the whole time.
Oh.
Your mind, however,
just, like, zoned out.
Oh. I thought I teleported into a pit somewhere. It was just dark.
Are you okay?
I don't know. To be honest, I actually would like some thoughts, but I'm not gonna lie. Explosion, bad spot. I think we should move.
I agree, but we will talk about this later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone want to go start heading south?
Just to get away from here, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Find
right,
that road that we learned about.
We were gonna head to your new keep or whatever in the south, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. But I think we could really... I think that we should focus on getting to a safe spot first and making camp.
Yeah.
Can I look out on Silver Keep? Like, it's all gone, or?
It's still there. Like, the only thing that seems to be on fire is the estate.
But there's like no one around that could put out that fire, right?
Nope. Is if you because you yourself would have like in-depth knowledge of what the streets look like right now, and you remember that it's all covered in that thick like phage at the moment.
Okay, well, all right, sounds good. I turn away and start heading south with the others.
Get back on the cart and start looking for that dirt road that strange orc person lived on, the farmer.
Oh yes, the farmer. Just a reminder. Well, not really a reminder. Because it has been some time since we played. Some of you are a little hurt. A lot of you are out of spell slots. Did you possibly want to take a rest before setting out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1 level of exhaustion, no spells left.
Yeah, same.
Let's have a chat with Belvedere.
Yes, and I pull the camp out of my bag.
I'll take
and
everybody to the. I'll take chat to the map as well, so that everyone can see where you are technically on the world map at the moment.
I find like a clear, grassy kind of clearing, and I set down the camp. And Hi again, Belvedere.
Oh, madam, I do not wish to alarm any of you, but all of you look positively horrible at the moment. You look drained. Shall I prepare warm baths for everybody and a nice hot meal?
Yes, please. Thank you, Belvedere.
No, of course. Yeah. Of course. You
wait, not together.
Oh, I could, erect a large bath if you wish to all to sit in the tub together. If not,
we're all girls here.
Everyone,
we are all past the age of.
Everyone has their own personal bathing tub if they need it.
Okay.
And like curtains blocking.
Of course.
Belvedere, do I really look terrible?
You look like you've been put through the ringer, ma'am.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well,
and I go to get in my bath.
And it takes Belvedere like all but 10 minutes to set up everything as everybody as the baths are are erected a little bit away from like your sleeping area inside the large tent, but everyone has like one of those like personal like privacy curtains around their tub, and it's just filled with hot soapy water. And next to the tub itself is a small table that has a bottle of wine and a glass for each of you.
Oh no, that's just perfect. Gonna soak probably longer than anyone. And...
But not longer than 7.
Oh no, it's longer.
It's like both of you are just like sitting in there to be like the last one. They're having a contest. Okay,
we're looking at each other.
I will say these tubs, when they are used, they will remove one negative condition, such as poisoned or something like that.
Exhaustion?
And they will remove exactly 1 point of exhaustion.
Hell yeah.
That's what I needed to hear.
I find it strange that Barbarian doesn't gain exhaustion levels until they get relentless. But it is what it is.
I mean, the old rules in like 3.5, like I don't think anybody ever did them. But if you read the raging rules for barbarians after they came out of the rage, they were supposed to be like docile and like depressed.
Yeah, it was like some weird shit.
Yeah, it's like you just burnt all your anger and all of a sudden you don't have anger anymore.
It's like, I feel better.
So, I was
got out of my system.
Happy. Like, I don't know any DMs who ever made barbarians play by that rule.
At one point, she just looks over at Zen. It's like, you don't suppose he knows anything about a rubber duck?
What exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
That's a very wizard question to ask.
What is rubber?
As all of you are like soaking in your baths and just like enjoying a little bit of me time after scouring through a city sewer and dealing with a bunch of death frogs and everything like that, you can hear Belvedere a little bit a ways away beginning to prepare your evening meal.
If Belvedere's not careful, I'm gonna marry that son of a bitch. He won't even see it coming out of left field.
A fan of the ones who wait, I see.
No, I just love being pampered and spoiled.
Doted on, even?
I mean,
yes.
I mean, when you've got technically a Warforged butler, I mean, that's what you're gonna get.
Right. Well, while we're all in our baths and we all have our privacy curtains, what happened to you, Vanica? She died.
I'm slowly dying. Sorry, if I go silent a lot, I'm because I'm having a coughing fit.
Gotcha.
Oh, dear.
It's gonna happen a lot. So she just kind of sits there for a moment, and she's like, I don't know where I went. I went to like this pitch black void, and this like decaying person approached me. It was just kind of shadowy and ominous. I think they were death. I'm not sure. Or a god. I'm not sure. I've only been approached by one god ever, so I don't know. But either they took my soul or I help rebalance people who have affronted nature.
Wait, are you saying they did take your soul and
No.
you have to? Oh, it was or.
No, thankfully, yeah, it was or.
Okay. I'm just about to say you're awfully casual about that.
Yeah, no. So kind of put me in a difficult position, but kind of what I do though at the same time. This is why I think they're like a god of death or something, maybe, because they are not a fan of 3 people, I guess, that have unnaturally prolonged their lives, that were supposed to die and avoided it. And I gave examples, so I'm pretty sure it's nothing like, oh, they died. Because I have like resurrection magic. So I know that it's probably not that, because it's part of nature. This is what we have. But I think it's more like, I don't know, like lichdom or unnatural immortality that they didn't have before. Basically trying to cheat death.
What were the
He's
names
mad.
of the people?
He said I would know. He didn't give me names.
I take a sip of my wine. I'm like, that is so vague. What if you come across someone on the street, you're like, that man, I know it, and you're wrong.
So, do you remember the name of the circus leader?
I do. You mean Madam?
Madame Zaz?
Madam Zass, yeah.
Think she might be one or not?
I don't know. He just
No
said
way.
you'll, because when I asked, he just said you'll know.
Did he
I think
give
it
you
has
a
to do with
time limit?
dagger. No, just that if I come across them, to stab them with this. Maybe the dagger will, I don't know, maybe glow or somehow ping me. I don't know. Just let me know that maybe that's the person.
So hold on a second. Death decided to just swing by your mind out of the blue, and he was all like, hey, I want you to kill 3 people for me, and if you don't, I'm gonna kill you.
Pretty much. Except I think I triggered him with the cards that landed in my hand. I think it was his calling card. Unintentionally. But here's the thing though, because I thought about it, it still makes me very uncomfortable, just to be clear. I'm still very uncomfortable about this. But just to be clear, I have chosen the path of mercy. I am all about balance of life and death. So when he says people are trying to unnaturally prolong it, that wasn't, a curse or an accident or something that could be fixed within a certain amount of time, then it's an affront to nature. So
Listen, Vanica, you don't have to explain yourself to us. It was either you or them. And they're
Well, I
obviously
know.
setting things off balance, and that's what you do. It's like,
Yeah, it seems like a win-win for you.
yeah, this
honestly.
is
Hold
fantastic.
on,
Well
guys.
job. Well done, Vanica.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh, we're beep booping big time here.
Beep,
Oh.
boop, boop.
Oh no.
Discord
Oh,
is
no.
messing up.
Unironically, one of my favorite things in this campaign is something.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break here. I'm gonna see if we can't reset the server. So give us about like 5 minutes or so, and we will be right back.
To Fox.
Fox.
What?
We were in the middle of
Foxeroni.
RP.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
Bye.
We had a little bit of an issue with Discord, but after some Googling, we figured out what the problem was. So fingers crossed that it holds up. If so, we now know how to fix this issue in the future. But because we lost about 20-30 minutes of playtime, we are just jumping right back into the game. No spin up needed for this. So not gonna lie, I don't remember where we were at because
we were in the bathtub. Everybody was naked and we were talking.
This is true. I last I remember, Fox started to talk and they started melting on screen. So you guys can pick up from there.
That's the thing I do sometimes.
It's the most unnerving thing about you.
I try to keep it to a minimum, but sometimes I can't help myself.
Oops, there I go, just melting again.
I'm just kind of quirky like that.
Oh, I gotta reset. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I gotta reset the audio for Sirenscape, so you're good. So go ahead and do what you were doing, Fox.
That's okay. I'm just playing night moves.
Right. So what was I saying? Right. So like Death he showed up.
No, you got to start it with, let me see if I have this right.
Right. So just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Death decided to just swing by your mind space. And he's like, hey, Vanica, I need you to kill 3 people for me. And if you don't, I'm going to kill you. I got that right so far?
No, I touched the card. I think it was his calling card. I'm not sure, but I touched it and it apparently summoned what I'm assuming is Death. And said, you have 2 choices. Either I take your soul right now, or you do this for me.
Gilly, thank you for that $75 donation to Extra Life. That means everybody gets an item from Raccoon.
Gilly! I like yelling Gilly's name like I'm Arthur in Red Dead Redemption. I'm calling for Lenny. Gilly! Gilly!
I got a plan, Arthur.
Still gotta finish that game.
Yeah.
All right, so we will do the Raccoon in a second. I will let the bath time conversation continue.
As we all wash each other's backs.
Right. So and he gave you a bone dagger that can just kill anyone that it stabs.
Well, yes, but I would like to limit it to the people that I need to stab. I shouldn't say he told me about because I don't. He said I will know. So I'm assuming there's something that will allow me to go, that one.
So, just a hypothetical, and just for my own curiosity, did you think about stabbing Death with that dagger?
Okay, Dean Winchester.
No, for 2 reasons. One, don't really know if it's Death. Like, this is me assuming based on our conversation. It could be a god. How awful would that be that I just killed a god?
Did you think about stabbing God with that dagger?
Could I do like an intelligence check or something and see if I like know, like just based off of what Vanica says, if I would know?
You can give me an Arcana roll with disadvantage.
What? Okay, whatever.
Think about the title of that story, The Dryad That Killed God.
Okay, I got a +7, y'all.
A bit pretentious.
feel awful if I killed a god that was just doing their job.
I got an 11.
You got no idea what she's talking about.
Plus, how awful would that have been if I just suddenly said, okay, never mind, stabbed it, and then he's like, well, sucks to be you, and then just takes my soul right then and there. There are consequences to actions, and I had to think about them.
Well, if he did that, then he'd have made a very powerful enemy. Because I'd have been coming for him.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Aww.
I'll kill anyone that tries to take your soul. Without your permission.
Aw, thank you, Chloe. That really does actually mean a lot to me. Thank you. And I did ask questions. I did make sure that these were they were bad or greedy people. You know, they weren't just some innocent person that just happened to be cursed by it or something. Because, I mean, it looks over to Saphira and she's like, because, with your curse, I mean, thankfully you don't have that problem anymore. I think, just want to make sure that it's, it's bad people with greedy bad intent and not nice people, if that makes sense.
So,
I'm still gonna feel awful when it happens, and I'm still hesitant if I'm even gonna go through with it.
Are you saying that they have to be somebody that knowingly is going against their natural way of life?
Yeah, like someone trying to seek immortality or lichdom, or I guess that's the same thing. Yeah, things like that.
I have a question.
I can't see through the curtain. Yes.
Oh, I'm raising my hand in the bar. Do you have to be the one to do it, or do they just have to die by that blade?
I have to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
we're
you said
here
it yourself, right?
for moral support.
Look, this still makes me very uncomfortable, because this is me basically playing death right now. But I'm also all about balance, and if this is what they're doing, it's not natural. So I guess we'll just kind of play it by ear. But
apparently you're the only one playing it by ear because you're the only one that will know first.
Yeah.
Unless you tell us the same thing.
Yeah, it's well, the thing is too is we don't have to do anything crazy kill the person then stab them. I could just literally just walk up to them and just poke them with it, and it does the job apparently. So
well, that is kind of what stabbing is poking them with a knife or dagger.
Yes.
When you put it simply,
we don't have to go full out. Yeah.
Okay,
so you don't have to get visceral and violent with it. You can just prick their finger and then they're dead.
Yeah.
So what happens if you hit the wrong person?
They didn't say, but they did say you would insta-kill them. So this dagger's staying right here in my bag until I need it. That way I don't accidentally pull it out or anything.
Good to know.
So it's staying right here.
Just gonna keep a wide berth then.
Yeah, I assume that's the type of thing where, they'd have the foresight to not just put an instant death dagger out into the world that anyone can use. It, I assume, probably only does that if you're the one that's using it.
That honestly sounds like something a Fey creature would do. But this didn't sound like a Fey creature.
I really want to see that knife now and study it.
I kind of don't want to chance it now just in case, because now here's the thing. If I do accidentally use it on someone else, who knows if death or whoever suddenly is just oh, well, that's the wrong person. Never mind. Your life is forfeit now. So, I don't want to chance it or experiment. This is not a situation where we should test it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
go
not only that,
around
but it
the
would
corner
put
and
you
look
at risk, and we don't want to put you at risk either. So
Yeah. So I'm trying to be. I know this sounds weird because I am Fae, but this is gonna sound so contradictory. But I am going to take this power with the utmost responsibility and thought, and do my best.
I mean, that's all anyone can really ask is for you to do your best.
Yeah.
But and I don't like. And again, this also sounds weird because I'm Fae, but I don't like lying. I don't want to like hide this from you guys. So if it happens, I probably will let you know. But at the same time, I almost feel like I don't want to, because then I feel like you're kind of like conspiring with me for someone's death, and that just sounds really shady.
As someone who is, was raised by the Fae, you're fine.
Point of having friends if they can't conspire with you on murder.
I have to agree with her logic.
Exactly. Just let us know so we're not like, whoa, Vanika's gone crazy. She's slashing that person. Oh no, it must be okay.
Well, it kind of, in a way...
Well, let's have a code word.
It kind of makes me a little uncomfortable because I can relate to this. Because I had, someone said, hey, this is something that's happening to you now. And, I guess technically prolonged my life too. I mean, I could still die, so there's that. But, yeah, so I guess I kind of can relate to this, which makes me feel guilty. But,
show of hands, who thinks that Vanika should feel guilty about bringing us in the loop?
Danielle just submerges.
I'm not putting my hand up.
I'm not putting my hand. I moved the curtain so you can see. My hands are under the water.
As
you pull the curtain aside, over probably about like 5 feet away from your tub is this small, rotund raccoon.
And I scream.
Oh my god, are you okay?
Risa re-emerges like, oh, hey, little one.
And kind of just waves over to Danny.
Sorry, you scared
me. It walks over, like it gets on like its hind legs and begins to walk towards to Zenith, and it reaches over and it reaches into like a little bag that's got on its hip, and it pulls out a small copper coin and it hands it to you.
Thank you.
And then he just goes to every one of your tubs and just hands each of you a copper coin.
I don't have any pockets on right now, but the second I'm out of this tub, I'll put it somewhere safe.
And this coin is very distinct from the others, as it's got some weight to it, and it's got a raccoon's face minted into it. Not something technically you would like just throw away and like spend on purpose, or on I should say on accident. And as soon as like he gives everybody the coin, he kind of just waddles on out of the tent, just waving to everybody. He goes by Belvedere, he gives Belvedere a bow, just walks out of the tent.
Did he just pay for a show of us in the bar?
Well, he wouldn't have left if it was for a show.
As soon as you've held these coins in your hand for a little bit, their intent is revealed to you. What these coins are coins of growth. Right now, looks like a mere copper coin. Doesn't really do much. Every time you fail an attack or a skill check, mark it somewhere on your sheet. Once you get to 10 failures, that coin will become silver. And you'll be able to use its first inherent property, which will give you advantage on the next attack or skill check. Attack, saving throw, or skill check. You don't have to use it though. You can wait until you get up to 20 failures, and the coin will become gold.
And at 30 platinum?
When it becomes a gold coin, you use the coin and it will give you an auto success on your next saving throw, skill check, or attack. Now, you can completely ignore that and wait for 50 failures. At 50 failures, it will turn into a platinum coin. That platinum coin can then be used to get an auto success, but a critical success on your next saving throw, skill check, or attack. Once the coin is used, it reverts down back to the copper coin and it repeats.
That's interesting. I like that.
It doesn't turn into Electrum? No, because Electrum's worthless.
How dare you?
When it turns silver, that means you get advantage?
Yes, you could. It doesn't mean you could use the coin at that point in time. It'll give you advantage on your next attack, skill check, or saving throw. If you were to use it on silver, it would revert down to copper again.
Okay.
So any failed saves, skill checks, or attacks that you have will add to this coin. If you critically fail, it will add 3 to the coin.
Oh.
I'm furiously typing away all this.
All right.
I am putting all my trust in those that have already.
That goes right after the.
I am waiting for the note takers to tell me what to write.
Demi,
me and Fox are already on it.
let's see.
I typed mine up too already.
Raccoon coin, Bimmy fun tokens, a present, a sugar cookie, 2 eggnog potions, a glyph, empty potion vials, yeah, and my strength ring.
Sounds like you have like a bunch of trash in your inventory.
At least it's not troll dicks.
True.
I have vial of potion, vampiric armor, alcohol potion, vinegar bottle. Oh yeah, blackberry juice with blood.
Baby's first alchemy kit.
I still have Reginald's Odds and Ends magic cookbook.
Oh, we still need to go through our books that we got.
Oh yeah,
We haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. What book did I grab?
Oh yeah, I forgot about my sexy black robe.
wait,
I grabbed that as I get out of the bath.
I'm the only one that didn't grab a book.
I don't read.
No, I was the distraction for the 3 motions.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Alright, it has been dropped in the group chat for everyone.
But as you finish your baths, you see that Belvedere has once again prepared a wonderful spread of food for you. There's got a couple. He's got like 2 or 3 various types of soup on there, as well as a plate of assorted meats, a vegetable medley of a sort, and a salad for anybody who wishes to have it.
Belvedere, I have a very important question to ask you.
Yes, Mom, what is it?
Are you single?
I don't know what that means. I mean, I am a single individual. I do not have a duplicate.
He's asking if you do romance.
Romance. Unfortunately, that is not something I am specialized in. I am more of a servitor than anything.
I understand. There goes my heart breaking.
On that
We've
note,
asked this before.
Belvedere, are you able to set up a sparring regimen or any kind of training grounds for fighting?
The training grounds. No, I'm sorry, man, but the camp is as the camp is. We are sort of at capacity here. But from
All good.
But for what I overheard as you were all in your baths, you're heading to the south to possibly free up a piece of land that Zafira owns.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's currently overrun by monsters.
Maybe a good place for a sparring arena over there.
That is true. All right. On that note, and she's going to gather not her usual like barbarian meal. She's actually going to
Meat.
get like vegetables, meat, and it's very well balanced. It looks like a mother would.
It looks like a
together.
mom meal.
Yeah, it looks like a mom meal, and she just kind of goes over to like the second comfiest chair she can, and just
Who gets
It's
the
calm.
first comfiest?
obviously you.
Whoa, hold on, guys. Something's wrong.
What?
Danny is sitting in something comfortable.
Oh,
Is eating a salad.
Eating a
What?
The one that loves to sleep on the ground when there's a perfectly comfortable bed available, or sit on the brick instead of the nice comfortable chair, is now sitting in one of the comfiest chairs we have.
It's only the second comfiest. Get that right.
I apologize. The second comfiest
I'm-
chair
I'm-
we have.
I'm adjusting.
Isn't it nice to kind of embrace creature comforts? I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
So
Is this a side effect of when you went away for 20 years?
I never told you how long it was, but I might as well divulge this. When I poked the mannequin, I was gone, right? I wasn't
Yeah,
like
you're
Vanica.
gone,
I wasn't
gone.
like I wasn't like Vanica with just the stone. Okay. So, how long was I gone here?
Couple
Rogan?
seconds?
Yeah, I
8
guess
minutes?
here you were gone for maybe...
like I think it was 5 minutes. About.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was at most 5 minutes.
Okay. In that 5 minutes, I found peace. I wasn't anywhere near this land. I grew up. I made a home. Settled down. Had children. And then, with a few gray hairs in my head, my mind goes blank, and then I'm back right where I was standing.
That's awful.
It was pretty nice.
I mean, to have that ripped away from you, I mean, and you have to come back to us. That's kind of awful.
Yeah, that's my new anger point now.
Oh.
I had something nice ripped away from me.
I suppose
I look
I
at-
should
I don't-
apologize for bringing
I-
you back.
I don't know if it was real. All I know is that whoever made those mannequins needs to fucking die. And quite honestly, I can't remember their faces. But they were
Maybe-
there.
Maybe the fact that you can't remember their faces proves that it wasn't real? Maybe?
Yeah,
But the feeling was real.
the feeling was real, the emotions were real.
Yeah.
All this mental fatigue. And I've learned to enjoy comforts. I've learned to admire the simplicity of things. Not needing anything, not wanting anything. And it infuriates me that it was taken.
I don't blame you.
That would anger me too. Was sorry, if that means anything.
I wouldn't apologize. I made the decision to touch that mannequin. Because, well, I didn't know what they were. Matter of fact, I don't think any one of you would have known about its effects, about what they are, up until they started moving, apparently. Which they did not do before I touched them. I just kind of went up to one and boop. Now I'm just kind of unsettled by it, but I mean, I'm still me. My better self, my younger self. I don't have the same aches I did back then.
Feel personally attacked.
I feel personally attacked. And I'll be honest, I might act differently if we do get into scuffles. Since I might have decided to learn something new about how to go about certain things.
Speaking of that, at the moment, it's going to take some time, but at the moment you have a -1 to all of your attack rolls due to a little bit of ring rust, not having technically fought in 20 some odd years.
Yeah, so it may take me a moment to gauge the situations. Like I used to be, well, I was for quite a bit of our time together, the forefront of our battles, along with a couple others here. But my rage is more difficult to manifest as well. My ire is elsewhere.
Okay, we can help pick up the slack.
Okay. I did try to hone my skills in the mindscape, or wherever the hell I was. But, as I said, it was a peaceful 20 years. So there wasn't really much of a need to fight.
Makes sense.
However, I am really enjoying this seat right now. And she's just kind of like leaning back.
Do you know where you were? Like, did the place you were in have a name?
Do I recall any information about it? I was there for 20 years.
You were there for 20 years. Don't know if I want to give you the world's name.
You could give me like the continent's name, or maybe the
there was
name. City name, town name nearby.
You know, I don't think you're ever going to visit here again, so I don't think it's gonna matter if I withhold the name. The only thing that when you got there, nobody really knew what you were talking about when you were talking about your cities, the land you're from, the corruption. Everybody thought you were strange.
Oh, that's nothing new.
Stranger than normal.
For them, maybe. Yeah.
Though, from where you were at, it took some time, but once you were able to get integrated into civilization, everybody just referred to where you were at as Homeworld 4.
Everyone just called it Homeworld.
Kind of vague.
Not much help when it's numbered. Number 4.
You did come into the knowledge a little bit into your stay that Homeworld 4 was, of course, the 4th in a series of homeworlds, as the society that you started to integrate yourself into were sort of a species of space travelers who had just like an inherent wanderlust. Like every generation had to leave the planet and go and find a new home, and then they would set up the next home world, and it was just their way of spreading across the planetary system that they were in.
Were they terraforming?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much like one generation would settle down, they would begin to build up, and as soon as they were able to once again leave, the next generation, or the generation that the space travel was once again provided for, would then leave, and they would terraform the next planet. And they would just go.
She did the opposite.
Planet to planet, just creating living paradise everywhere they went.
Yeah, so she was not from there, settled down, but was not about that.
Yeah, you were not one to be selected for the next terraforming travel.
Yeah, and instead she's decided, yeah, I'm good here.
Pretty much. If like you have a feeling if Danny stayed there, her children probably would have been a part of the next terraforming project.
How many children did you have?
3. Don't remember their names though.
I know you named one of them Zenith.
Actually, the first one was a boy and was named Ezekiel. Actually, yeah, that one I do remember. Yeah.
And the second was a girl that you named Zenith.
The third one was the girl.
She's gonna have that like motherly like, stop it.
Oh no, I'm aware. I wouldn't blame you. Zenith is actually a very nice name.
But yeah, first was a boy. So, yeah, that's what happened when I was gone for 5 minutes.
That was 4 years a minute. Kind of insane.
Yeah, that is weird.
If you could go back there, would you?
If only to see the kids. But at the same time, kind of boring. Not gonna lie. Just
Kids can be boring.
no, the place is boring. the kids were fine. It's strange to think about. Let's just put it that way. And before he asked, no, I don't remember the father.
Was it the same father each time?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay. I don't have to ask that.
Do you know if you loved this person?
I'm all about the polycule life, but I think it was just the one.
Do you know if you love this person?
We had kids. I had a home. But now that I'm here, I can't really say.
Well, just because you have kids with
it,
someone doesn't necessarily mean, you know.
well, there are worse ways to have kids, let's say that. This was a very calm...
There is?
Hmm?
There is?
Yeah, there is. And she looks like she's been around long enough to know that there are wrong ways to have kids. So, I mean,
Would you want to remember if you loved them? Or would you prefer to have no recollection of that love?
first option. Because to lose the option of having loved something in the back of your mind, that's kind of fucked up.
Very sunshine of the spotless mind, eternal.
Very
If-
fair point.
If I could help you remember that love, would you want me to?
Unclear.
Ask again later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. I can help you remember that love. So if you want to, just let me know.
Thank you, Chloe.
It's the least I can do.
Takes a big bite out of the meat. It's like,
Chloe, your magic never ceases to amaze me.
I don't often have the opportunity to use it for something good like this, so I'm happy to if I can.
Well, on a different note, I looked out over Silverkeep and I noticed that only, obviously, the mayor's house was burning. Which makes me wonder, I know that the city is covered in a fog of some sort that turns you into salad people, but is that... Do you think that there's some way that we could maybe... I mean, I managed to get through holding my breath for a while, but
you want to like remove that miasma?
yeah, or just find a way to be able to get through it, because when I went into that one building and I was looking for any record of that wizard who also lived in Raskin's Folly, I wasn't able to find anything because I was so nervous about the fog. But I feel like, I don't know, I want to go back. But that's just me. We don't have to. I understand. There's other things at Silverkeep that I need.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're never interrupting, Belvedere, my love. What is it?
There is a Mr. Blue here to see you.
Oh,
Jesus. Let us
This asshole. Oh no, fuck me. Damn.
Motherfucker.
You said Mr. Blue.
As Blue walks in, just again in that like bluish black suit.
We're all naked.
We're all
We're eating.
You're eating.
I'm in my sexy robe.
I forgot.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always naked.
The just
Man of the hour.
the finely dressed blue tiefling enters into your tent and he takes the hat off of his head and he's like, "You did good work. Timeline should be back in order now, kind of."
Timeline.
What are you talking about?
No, never mind. I said anything.
No.
Look, what do
You care to explain why, when we set off that charge, there was another explosion in Raskin's Folly?
Oh, the explosion wasn't at the folly. The explosion was timed with the wall at the folly. Don't worry, perfectly fine. We just needed to set up a demolition charge there as well to destroy the tunnel that was sort of connecting the inside of Roskin's Folly to Silverkeep. Evie, what are you doing? She keeps running back and forth.
Wall?
Give me a second. I'm gonna help her in my closet.
Yep.
She has a shelf at the top of the closet.
Cat is always the point of.
There we go.
That's why Obi's not allowed down here.
She was just like running back and forth between be like behind my monitor to the arm of my chair, behind the monitor to the arm of my chair. I think she wanted up in my closet, but my notebooks are blocking where she normally jumps.
Uppies. Motherfucking uppies.
Motherfucking uppies. Well, I kind of let that one slip to tonight. Look, I and my counterparts sort of make sure that the intended events of history take place. This whole incident at Silverkeep was not in the cards. So we had to have individuals from, well, your place of existence take care of it. And in doing so, you've set some things right.
Did we set anything wrong?
No.
When you say the incident at Silverkeep, do you mean the Slotty people?
Well, the Slotty and blowing up the estate, as I suggested that you do. That.
Did you know about the mannequins?
Mannequins.
No. My mind was gone for 20 years because of those mannequins.
Interesting. That wasn't supposed to happen until probably about 5 years from now. It should sort itself out, but I'll have somebody look into it just in case.
You know, you could have told us what to expect in there.
I couldn't. But giving you too much spoilers, could then again cause an issue here, and then, well, we would have to take care of you.
You also said you were going to leave some supplies for us. We never found those.
Strange. They're at the lip of the sewer.
There was only bodies there when we first arrived, and then when we actually went in, the bodies were gone.
Yep.
Oh, there should have been a pack there as well.
There was nothing.
Maybe I didn't hide it well enough. Though,
Wait, so you say you have friends to kind of reset time and rebalance it? Are you friends with Death?
Death? No, I can't say that I'm friends with Death. We just oversee things, make sure that things don't get a little bit too wonky here. Now if green and black can handle those kids with the necklaces, we get those all sorted out. Everything should be back in order.
Kids with the necklaces?
I see blue, green, and black. I see. Okay, yeah.
Wait, what kind of necklaces?
Don't worry about it.
No.
I'd like to know.
Please.
Look, it's information that you don't need right now.
Do the necklaces mess with time?
No. If anything messed with time that bad, we would just outright kill the people who held them and get them back.
Well, out of character, I want to know.
Right?
Out of character, I'm so nervous for Matilda.
How many of you are there? We know 3 because you just mentioned 2, and you're number 3. Is there one of you for each color?
Last time I checked, there were about 150 in employment.
Well, that's true. There's Agent Mauve and Agent Beige, and yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh wait,
Gotta
when
get
you
the
say
tertiary
that
colors too.
you blew up a tunnel from Raskin's Folly to Silverkeep. Why?
It had to be a chain reaction. We had to blow the tunnel up that was connecting the underside of Silverkeep to the inside of Raskin's Folly.
That's actually a good thing.
The mayor was
okay.
up to no good and was trying to get into the Folly itself.
Given the slots, it probably for the best that that tunnel went away, but were the walls damaged?
No, the walls will be fine. The walls can repair themselves.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you know of any way to like resist that fog that's over Silverkeep right now, or how to get rid of it?
Yes. Don't go in it.
Well, I know. That's why I said resist.
There's no way to technically resist the phage. You spend enough time in there, and then slowly but surely you're going to turn into one of the slotty.
Is there like a way to blow it away?
Or at least temporarily subside the effects so we can...
Well,
the
right
guy
now,
we're looking for that's starting the corruptions in there, right?
No,
No.
we were looking for information on him, amongst other things.
I'll tell
the
you,
guy who studied the corruptions in Raskin's Folly.
for the time being, the phage
Oh,
is...
that's what I was talking about, sorry.
For the time being, the phage is kept in check by the walls of Silverkeep. It'll remain there for a while.
Like how long?
Can't tell you that.
Why
Do
not?
you
Should we set up
Because
warning signs?
Can't tell you that.
do you know
just
why
don't
there's
know?
corruption?
Yes, I do.
I assume you're not going to tell us.
Nope.
Well, we already know.
Well,
Will
Look,
tell
the
us more
fog,
about it.
There
will the fog in
are...
Silverkeep dissipate on its own?
I can't tell you that either. Look, there are guidelines that I have to follow, and there's very limited information I can tell you about what's going on here. I'm being very generous with the information that I am giving you. Just know that you've done a great service to your continued existence and the continued existence of everybody on this plane of existence.
Will we see you again?
Maybe. Depends if
Where's
we
our
Depends.
reward?
Yeah.
Besides our lives, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really bad in there, and we never got those supplies either, which made things a lot more difficult. So
Yes. Supplies. I mean, they were only a couple healing potions. It wasn't really much.
Oh, so au contraire.
And I never got to find out what that whole ritual thing was about. I really, really wanted to know.
I mean, I could have just kept the door closed, but no.
Chloe, I did
But
not want
yeah.
to play 7 minutes in heaven with you in that horrible closet. It's best to just leave it in the past.
So you were
Anyway.
kissing.
We weren't. That's exactly what I said.
Anyway,
Your
No matter how much Danny wants it.
your reward will be given to you at a future time. I don't carry anything on me.
There
Just
you go.
know we thank you. The timeline thanks you, and you should thank you.
Before you go anywhere, Mr. Blue, just hang out there for a second. And I go over to Vanica and like whisper into her ear. Is this one of the unnatural guys that you need to kill?
I don't know. I'll pull out the dagger real quick. See
You're-
if anything.
You're getting nothing from the dagger that's telling you to stab Blue.
And Blue just sees you pull out a dagger on him.
She... Well, it's not like she pulls it out and points it. She just kind of like pulls it out of her bag to kind of like, not even fully all the way out, just kind of like looks. Shoves it back in. No, nothing.
Had to be sure.
You should test that on all of us.
everybody that gets a bad vibe read from us is just like Vanica.
Vanica, dagger.
Is it? Look, I've got my own timetable to keep here. Won't keep you any longer. Just want to stop by and say thank you and good job. But I got to roll because my boss Null is a stickler for punctuality, and I really don't need any flack from him right now.
Fine, away with you.
Why can't
don't-
it suck like two?
I
Ta-ta.
don't believe that.
Danny's so fancy
If
now.
you're timekeepers or whatever, I think that's fine.
He still ages.
He's like,
from the look of
we
it.
may be timekeepers, but we don't control time. We still have a timetable that we have to keep. I have schedules. I have appointments.
Look, Kemek would like to know your location.
Kemek has met him.
Oh, Zafira's like,
Kemek would like to work with him.
Zafira's like, if you guys are timekeepers, I think that's fine.
I was like, it's fine. It's totally fine.
Reiju and
Totally.
Callian are somewhere out there futzing around with a bomb. Like, when is this thing supposed to go off? Oh.
All right, well, goodbye.
He just excuses himself and leaves the tent.
I think the excuse he gave us to leave was bullshit. Personally.
I forgot he existed for like 5 minutes, I guess.
Well, for 20 years, probably.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
This might be controversial to say, but, and I know it was a traumatic time for you, Danny, but I kind of like new Danny.
I thought you might. And she looks like she's about to fall asleep with food on her belly.
Okay, I'm gonna take your plate and put it away.
No.
Thank you.
Yes, I am also tired. I'm probably gonna go... Where did we set up camp, like, on the map?
Probably, like, just the next square over from Silverkeep.
Yeah,
we didn't go far.
You see where the marker, like the little like Google Maps marker is? That's where you guys are at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we might have spent like half an hour or so getting away from Silverkeep.
I'm probably just gonna go sit at the edge of camp and just look out over the city a bit alone.
And it's a very haunting sight because you can still see flicks of the flame and everything burning the estate, and then just like an eerie like green foggy glow underneath it, kind of just like barely wisping up over the walls itself.
I'm upsetty spaghetti.
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad he said that those tunnels were shut off, because imagine if the corruption mixed with that.
That is fair.
That'd be so bad.
I think it's a good thing they were separated like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rojan, while I'm sat on the edge of camp looking out over the city, can I do like an Arcana check or Intelligence check to think of like any sort of like anything that would help us like maybe traverse in there easier than me just like doing my prestidigitation?
Go ahead and
we could take turns doing prestidigitation.
Give me. I'll let you decide, and depending on what you decide and what you roll, you'll get different answers. You can give me an Arcana check, or you can give me a Medicine check.
My medicine is crap 0, so I'm gonna go Arcana. Is this at disadvantage or? Okay.
Nope.
Ooh, okay. I got a 21.
You sit for a while, and because you were inside the phage for a bit, you kind of recall that it was like a very thick fog-like gas that was you were able to push it away for the most part with your prestidigitation, just with like little gusts of wind that you had. And you think of two things. Something much like you were doing with pushing it away, but just like on a grander scale. Or possibly some sort of mask that may be able to filter the phage out of the surrounding air, allowing you to breathe, just allowing you to avoid breathing the toxins.
Oh, I thought you said 2 things. It was just the mask.
Well, that and like either that or like what you were doing the prestidigitation with like little gusts of wind pushing it, but like on a grander scale. Because you saw that the fog could be moved and could be controlled like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Giant paint drying fan.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I think I'm gonna grab a blanket and just sleep on the edge of camp and just keep an eye on the city.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything for tonight?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I need permission from a few of you, if it's okay. Vanica, Zafira, and Zen.
Oh, right.
Can I just like spend some time channeling the spirits of your past? Is that okay?
Yes, you've done it before.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, what? Can you remind me? Just so much has happened.
It's just a thing that I can do. Channeling the spirits of your past allows me to tap into the magics that they once wielded, and I can use a portion of that for myself.
Even if I don't know them?
Yeah. I don't like speak to them like one-on-one. I just more or less connect with their essence.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, were you wanting to do something, Zafira?
Yeah, I wanted to see what book I grabbed.
Did you grab a singular book?
Yeah, we had to,
I think all of us.
we
except
were
Danny
allowed
did.
to grab a singular book, right?
Yeah,
so
it
I
started
grabbed a
glowing.
book. I just failed horribly, and I grabbed smut.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, but I think like a book started glowing for us, and we all grabbed a singular one, except for
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny,
so
you can
there's-
share my book.
Oh yeah, you mean in the secondary area? Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
what did you grab, Vanica?
I'm looking at my notes real quick. Hold on, because in the first room I failed and got smut. The second room I did grab a book, and I'm trying to look through my notes. Give me a second.
What was
So-
that? Smut book?
Zafira, what languages do you speak?
I don't know. I don't have any languages listed, so I guess just common.
That common.
You're a
you have also
tiefling.
infernal,
Infernal.
and you might have more.
I clicked a thing by accident.
Oh, the second book I don't know what I grabbed. I just grabbed it and went. So I actually.
I
don't
know
what
I
it
can
is yet.
speak with plants.
Stupid.
You know, like, so default tiefling languages are common in infernal.
Okay.
Tieflings with a high intelligence may also speak other languages such as Abyssal, Draconic, and Elven.
I think I opted out of being able to speak Infernal because
Yeah.
I don't really know my plants.
Because I also had the rule that unless there was a role, like a actual reason as to why you would know it, speaking Infernal and speaking Abyssal invites misfortune,
Oh.
because they are pretty much the languages of the demons and the devils.
Yeah, I suppose I would only learn English or common,
you
and
would-
then
I would think-
whatever else my grandma taught me.
I think because you were raised with your grandmother, you probably speak Common, Elven, and Sylvan.
I think I said I was going to be speaking Common, Elven, and maybe High Elven.
Okay.
That totally makes sense for
Mhm.
you.
Common and Sylvan for me.
What's Sylvan?
Sylvan is
Sylvan
Fae.
is Fae.
Fey language.
Fey.
Ah. Okay.
For some
Which makes
reason,
sense.
I always picture the Sylvan being the Fey language. I always picture it being written as like Pig Latin.
Well, either that or probably Tolkien.
Whoa, I actually know how to speak Pig Latin. How dare you?
What about Ubby Dubby?
You
Ubby. Oh no. not the cursed
Fascinating.
language. No.
That's actually how my parents tried to communicate at the dinner table when they were like planning a trip or didn't want us to know something.
Yep.
They start speaking in Pig Latin.
Yep.
And
It's
then
like,
we caught on and we're like, we know.
Pig Latin is like the language of the playground for like 80s and 90s kids.
It is.
Oh, man.
So
I know a lot of languages. Holy crap.
you look at
Got a lot of
you
time.
look at this book, but it's not a language you speak. You notice a couple words, or what maybe a couple words. They almost appear Elven, but it's a strange type of Elven.
Okay.
I speak Elven and
I was
hi
gonna-
Elven.
I was gonna say, like, Zenith, are you awake?
Mm-hmm. I'm just on the outskirts in a blanket.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you laid down. I think this book is some sort of Elven.
Oh.
Can you read that?
I sure can. Yeah. Can I check it out?
You check it out and you can't read it.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, I can't read it.
Again, like the words stand out, like a couple of words stand out to you and you think you can make out a couple of them, but the scripture and like the structure of like the sentences and the words that are used just don't make sense.
I can't make anything out at all.
Well,
And it's funny because
that was the best.
all of you, when you look at your books, it's the same thing.
Oh.
You
Oh,
notice
can I
some
read it?
words. You notice some words, but everything seems to be out of place, jumbled.
That bastard must have codified it or put a spell on it so that nobody can read it but him.
And funny enough, the smut book is the same thing.
Aw.
But I...
Look. Chemic is here. I just turn on my copy machine and be like, all right, my handwriting, let's go. What the fuck does it say? Give me the smut. Damn.
Can I tell if there's like a spell doing this to these books?
How would you like to go about this?
Arcana check, as always.
You can do an Arcana check.
I am not original in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a wizard. Ooh, okay. I got 19. 12 plus 7.
You do know that there are spells that could possibly distort or even completely hide the scripture in a book to keep prying eyes from reading through it. You do know that a couple of the professors back at the Arcane Institute that you attended did have those for did have like an enchantment they put on the books that they carried to prevent students from possibly gaining a look at test answers or looking at a spell book that was far too advanced for them and would fry their brain. It's a minor spell, but
I feel like Zenith, as advanced as she was, like working underneath the professor there and everything, and maybe being a little bit of a rule breaker, maybe she would maybe know.
You know that sometimes comprehend languages, the spell comprehend languages, if cast on the book, could possibly reveal what is scrambled or hidden. A strong enough dispel magic roll also would completely wipe the protection of the book away and only leaving the intended text.
Okay.
Or if you had like either true sight yourself or an item that gave you true sight would allow you to see through the like the little glamour that's on the pages.
Okay. I feel like from my days at school, I would have comprehend languages as a spell. I just don't have it prepared.
That's always the case with wizards.
Yep.
I might have the spell, it's just not prepared today.
Yeah, maybe after the long rest, I can take a look at it.
Everybody wakes up. You know, just like starts spell spamming and everything.
Okay, now I need a long rest because I used all my spell slots. Well, not spell slots, spell points. I forgot we're doing spell points. Were we doing spell points for this one? I forget.
Not that I ever heard.
That's news to me.
Okay, yeah. No, we're not doing spell points for this. We're doing the spell slots.
Yeah.
I think moving forward in the campaigns where we opted to stick with to do spell points instead of spell slots, but this is still going off of just the basic spell slot stuff. Gotcha.
Okay, well, I give the book back to Zafira and I say, in the morning I might be able to take a better look at that. I just need to prepare some stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, question for you, actually. You build stuff. Is it just weapons and that you build, or can you build other things as well?
No, I mean, I mostly build weapons, but I built Pop-Tart and...
Oh, that's right. If I were to ask you to make me something, how much would that put me out?
Depends on what you're looking to make.
I'm wondering, and feel free to say no, this is a no guilt offer, but have you ever made a mask before? Something that could filter out the air so you're only breathing clear, like clean, clear air?
I mean, not particularly, but I think I remember possibly reading a book about it. I can try.
Yeah.
If
you don't mind.
Yeah. You're looking to go back to Silverkeep with that gas?
I am, yeah. I know it's not safe, but that's what the mask is for.
I'll see what I could do.
Okay.
Zafira, you know that with the right tools and with the right setting, you should be able to make something like that. Though
awesome.
you're gonna need a workshop for it. This isn't something
I thought
that
we have one. We in the camp because he's got something for everybody.
We do, yeah. We did have a mini workshop.
You do have a mini workshop.
All right. Okay, so I will.
You could only do it in the camp, though. Is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I will spend some time in the camp then.
I will say that working on projects like this do require a set 8 hours to make progress.
Oh, but I really need that long rest.
Yeah, you do. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Well, you could.
Girl,
you
I'm
could
napping. I know that.
But you could get the long rest, and then the next day you could work on that while I work on deciphering these books with my comprehend languages that I'm going to prepare.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
I'll just have to take a look at what I have at the workshop and...
All right. And I shake your hand. Let's get to it. Let's get to work. It's nice to have a goal.
Did
Yeah.
we ever look at that other stuff that we grabbed? From the treasure room?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Set of red dice,
A
couple other items.
puppeteer
I
thingy.
grabbed a lot of things.
I don't remember what
All of those Bimmy coins.
I do have the list if we need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the list. I actually we scrolled up, so I actually have it already in our chat. So we have a yellow book, a rhinestoned leather glove, a marionette crossbar with strings, like no marionette, just the top part, a pair of red dice, and we got 10 books that are not written in common. That is what I have.
Is it?
Which we now figured out are all in gibberish.
I was going to say, does it look like those 10 books are the same?
Yeah, because these are the books, because we grabbed books. We all grabbed a book each out in the main library, and then we grabbed 10 books in the secret little office.
Tunnel. Yeah.
The owl room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the owl room as opposed to the library.
Okay. I think Danny's passed out, so.
Yeah.
But the yellow book is specifically a magic item. It's not part of the books that we collected. This is something entirely different.
Ooh. Can I take a peek at it?
Are you asking Vanica?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she would,
Unless you wanted to look at it first. That's totally fine then.
I mean, would I have at least roughly an hour to identify like one item before I go to bed?
Yeah, I would say that. I would
question?
say if people wanted to spend an hour to identify these items, if you split them amongst the group, you should be able to identify them all.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want
Except
help?
Danny,
I have
she
a
can sleep.
handful.
Yeah, I'll help you, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll just take one then. I guess I'll just grab the yellow book if you want. And she'll set the other 3 items on the
So it's
the
the
center.
marionette thing, the glove, and then the
Pair of dice.
A pair of dice.
I'll take the marionette thing.
Rhinestoned.
That's freaky. I'll take the marionette thingamajiggy.
Do you want the Michael Jackson glove, Chloe?
Yes, famous bard.
Sure, give it to the bard.
Famous bard.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I also grab one of the blankets that's like all over the camp, and I tuck Danny in. Poor tired Danny. Poor sleepy Danny. While we're all hard at work.
It was
And do you want something to look over, Saphira?
Yeah, I'll
You don't
look
have to
over
grab the glove,
something.
by the way. I was just making a joke
Yeah.
about the bard and bard thing.
Yeah, I'll take the glove.
So that
And
would
then what's
mean that would mean you would get the pair of dice to identify.
Okay.
Yes.
It's kind of perfect for you.
All right, so all of you spend 1 hour to look these over to get a sense of what they do. Starting with the yellow book.
Oh yes, I'm curious.
This yellow book is a very special spell book. You cannot add pages to it. You cannot write in it. But it has access to the spell lists of every spellcasting party member in the group. The person who holds this book can cast any spells from their party members' spell lists, regardless if they're trained or not. The only requirement is you have to have a spell slot of equal strength in order to use.
Sorcerer book. Nice.
I'm drooling a little bit.
Okay, so a spell book, access to spells from every
spellcasting party member.
So I have a question that might make this rival the power of the Etrin spellbook.
Who?
As a College of Spirits bard, I have an ability that gives me access to every spell. I just have to perform a ritual each long rest to choose the spell that I'm accessing. I can choose one spell from any spell class. Does that put all those spells in that book? Or is it just bard spells that go in there?
No, it would put every spell that you can access into that book.
And I can access every spell. So then that book would have every spell in it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Oh
shit.
shit. But the question is, how many times can we use it? Or is it just we use as many spell slots as we have?
As many spell slots as you have.
Because the thing that gives me that ability is the spirit session. And it specifically says at the end of the ritual, you temporarily learn one spell of your choice from any class, and it counts as a bard spell.
Mm-hmm. So that spell, when you perform that ritual, would be added into the book, and once you lose that spell, it would be removed.
Interesting.
So we can't go past, obviously, like, we have level 3 spells, so it's only level 3 spells and under, right? We can't do like a level 5 spell or anything.
You pretty much go off of the spell lists of your companions.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Which means Vanica can now construct things.
Technically not. That's on a spell list. That's not a spell.
With mending and...
You could repair things with mending.
Yeah, and repair is also a spell, too. At some point.
I can now cast lights too now.
The glove. Funny enough, this is specifically a bard item.
What? No way.
The glove itself
Serious?
will give you advantage on any performance checks that you make. In addition to that, you are able to once a day make a perfect copy of yourself that can move, that can speak, that can do simple actions. This entity has 1 HP and is active for 8 hours unless otherwise damaged. As long as this entity is within about 2 miles of you, you may use the glove to change places with the entity that you create. It will then instantly just swap the both of you. Though doing this swap destroys the creation.
Small price to pay.
Where did they
That's
go?
one time.
Oh shit, they're in jail. Oh shit, I can't switch back out.
The reason you get advantage on your charisma, whatever, is because people are so distracted by this bright ass rhinestone glove.
No, and that actually works because you don't have the charisma ring. You have the con ring, so this actually like helps you a little bit too.
This glove does require attunement.
Understandable.
The marionette crossbar that you have, Zen.
Oh, yeah.
While it is in your possession, you can use it to extend a series of necrotic strings into a corpse. Once the strings are in the corpse, you control that being.
And they can do whatever I tell them to?
They can do whatever you tell them to do, and you can cast spells from them as long as you hold that crossbar.
Wait a second. Do they still look like dead and gross?
Oh yeah, they look dead and gross, and you're animating the body.
This is interesting.
Though this creature cannot be more than 10 feet away from you at a time.
Okay. Meat shield.
Any sort of movement or anything like that counts as an action.
Sure. An action on their end or my end?
Technically, yes. It's treated the same way that a pet is treated, or an animal companion. to where unless you use a bonus action to technically command it, it's just gonna stand there and take the guard action.
Okay.
Though as a bonus action, you can issue a command to it to attack or whatever, and it will do that right after your turn. It's the same thing that like Pop-Tart does.
Cool. Oh, that's really interesting.
You can only control a creature that is one size larger or smaller than you. So you can't control a dead dragon.
Exactly what I was about to ask.
If there was a size limitation.
Yep.
This item as well requires attunement in order for you to use.
Sure. Wow,
And-
that's really fucking cool.
And then the pair of dice, Zafira. At the start of your day, after a long rest, you roll 2d6. Make a note of that number, because that number or a portion of that number can then be used to add to the roll, to like the skill check rolls, saves, or attack rolls of your companions. As a reaction, after what they call out is after they roll and everything and they say what the number is, but before I say if it passes or succeeds, you can take either all of that roll or a little bit of that roll and add it into their overall total, maybe pushing them above success or, you know, helping them in a dire situation. Once the total amount of the total amount that you roll is used up, it's gone for the day. And then you just once again roll 2d6 at the start of the next day, and you have those that total to put into future rolls. This is also an attuned item.
I was gonna say something mean.
What's
Don't
that?
worry, I'm typing this all down for you guys.
I was gonna say, should Kaz have that?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, technically nobody's attuned to it yet, so it could be given to someone else, but
Yeah, no, it's fine if you guys want the dice.
the question is would Zafira give away a perfectly good pair of dice?
I hope you guys don't mind, but I would really love to keep this marionette string thing. But only if no one else wants it.
I thought you would have wanted the book.
The book? I thought that was something that would maybe go to... I don't know. I know that Chloe also gets the glove, but it seems that with her skill set, like, book might be good as well. But what do I know? I just think I'm really intrigued by this.
I will
puppet.
say the book does not require attunement. It could be passed along between people.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Do you
Oh,
have
okay.
to be a caster?
You
use
have
it?
to have spell slots to cast it.
That's what I was hoping for.
You're
Okay,
supposed
so-
to be asleep.
I can still ask a question out of character. So that you all know.
Yes, the requirement is you have to have at least one spell slot that you can use.
Adept, initiate. On the goals.
All right,
Imagine.
and that is also gonna be pinned. There we go. I typed it really fast, so if it's a little messy, I apologize. But there you go.
You missed an apostrophe, you sicko.
I said messy, not grammatically correct. I almost said graham cracker. Same
Graham
thing.
crackers.
Graham cracker correct.
Yeah, I mean, considering how I've been rolling lately, someone else wants to attune to these on a different day, I completely understand.
I mean,
Well, 'cause they
may
don't
help
benefit
you out
you.
because
They-
like
well-
there's nothing bad about these dice. It's like you can roll and get 2, but that's still adding 2 to, or like adding 1 to 2 different rolls or 2 to 1 roll. It's a bonus whatever you look at. It's you know, you shouldn't always be like, oh, we should give it to somebody who's gonna be rolling 12s constantly.
Just know that it doesn't benefit you, it benefits others.
It benefits everyone.
You can use your reaction. You can use your reaction.
Yeah.
So who doesn't really use their reaction that much?
I use my reaction all the time. Silvery Bob, Silvery Bob, Silvery Bob.
I use reactions a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
I use mine for attack of opportunities, if they ever happen.
Not just silvery barbs, but a lot of my reactions if an enemy goes down, I can transfer and heal. So I have quite a bit of reactions, actually.
Maybe this is a good thing for Zafira to have.
Yeah.
as long as you remember to use it.
Please remind me. No, it's if you happen to fail a roll or whatever, just let me know to use. Like, hey, have you used fancy dice yet?
Here's the problem. You have to
every time you wake
before
up
they announce failure or
I'll give time though, if I know that like Zafira has a reaction they can use, I will wait. I'll even ask, do you want to use the dice? That way.
That's nice of you.
That way it's just not like I'm trying to, let's say, hit or miss really quick so you can't use it, because that'd be a real dick move.
Yeah.
I did put in the notes specifically that it says that after you can add it after you've heard your companion's total, but before the DM's verdict of pass or fail. So it is pinned if that helps.
Okay.
It's pinned where?
In our
group chat.
The one you're not a part of. We should put it in the one she's a part of.
Yeah, I was wondering.
She's in that one. She's in that
No,
she's the top of the list.
I'm joking, but also Zoro, it doesn't show up
that when we're trying to figure stuff out.
I don't know. It doesn't show up for me either. It only shows up if you go to pinned, which is weird.
Yeah, because you have to scroll back because I dropped it when we first grabbed it last year. So
got it.
Sound like you guys
so you don't have
6
to
months ago.
Gotcha.
Well, if we're gonna get technical, I originally posted it on the 21st of December.
That's might be why you don't see it. You just have to go to pinned.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought that you were putting it in the regular Withered Wastes show, like where it says shows.
Withered
Wastes. I was looking in there, not the group.
I like to keep that for anything that's like the game or server related, and then keep the like character stuff in the other stuff.
The super secret chat that I'm not allowed to see.
Yeah.
Okay. So after you identify everything and everybody starts, winding down for the night, there's one more thing that I need. Zen. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
Christ up my ass. Yes, you can. Here we go. Not great. You said Constitution?
I said Constitution.
I got a 7.
Yay. So, as the night passes, Zen, give me a second. I'm trying to find the dice.
I'm gonna turn into a salad person, you guys.
Oh,
one's gonna erupt out of you.
Zen.
Yeah?
You wake up in the morning. You're not feeling great.
Nah.
Skin's a little clammy. You feel a little bit feverish. And you lose 4 points of Constitution. Make this as a temporary note that your temporary Constitution is now whatever. That being said,
wait, what do you mean, like on my
-4 from your
gotcha.
17 or whatever?
Yeah. Yikes.
What is your default Constitution?
14.
14. It is now 10. Meaning you lose, was that 2 bonus HP?
Okay.
So your HP total is going to go down a little bit here, and that's per level. So as a level 6, you're going to
12
lose
HP.
12 HP
From your maximum.
from your maximum.
Okay.
You are now the really squishy.
And as you all wake up, you guys can tell that something is definitely wrong with Zen. Like, Zen is very pale. Zen's got like a thin layer of sweat on them. They look very clammy.
Zen, dear, you do not look well. Oh, no.
I'm fine.
Oh, did you not get sleep?
No, you're not.
I didn't sleep very well. No, I had really bad nightmares about the slotty. Oh, I'm sorry. The salad people. Rude of me.
You were in that miasma for a while.
Yeah, but I didn't breathe it in. I pushed it away. Yes, I did.
I think you said being in it is bad.
But in it
Skin
infers
contact?
that it's touching your skin. I was pushing it off of me.
It's still a miasma. It is everywhere. You were enveloped in it.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just a temporary thing, and I'll feel better tomorrow after I get some fresh air and everything in me.
Do you want
Or
me
we
to
can
check
have
you?
Fanica check you.
Okay. This might be a bad time to let you guys know, but I would like to go back in there. So if you can fix me up so I can get back in there, I would really appreciate it, Fanica.
I
Don't fix her. Let her
know
go in
that-
as is then.
Oh,
Why are you
God.
so bitter? Age does not make you very kind.
Because I wish you had a little more common sense about what you're doing.
There's
You're about to
important
go
stuff
back
in
in
there
there
that we
to
need.
get more on you.
Mom mode is
Mm.
activated.
Listen, there's
I'm
important stuff
checking
that
her
in
as
there that
this
we
is happening.
need. The
Okay.
reason I went in there is because we need to get information about this man.
How are you checking her?
Testing my lymph nodes.
It's kind of checking her skin to see if there's any markings or burns or anything. Kind of checking her, kind of doing the doctor thing where I'm checking like her eyes.
Okay,
and her
so
mouth
it's
and
a
her fingers. There's no coloration.
physical
So she's got her-
examination.
Now.
She's got her like a
Give
tongue depressed.
me-
Like, I need to get in there.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay. We're gonna start with the physical and go with the magical after. Let's see here. Oh, okay. It's a 26.
A 26. She is burning up. Like, whatever it is that she has, she is in a high state of fever at the moment. You're honestly surprised she's not in a state of delirium at the moment.
My goodness. Okay. Well, let's get you some water. Ice cold rag, please.
I really I'm not very thirsty.
Belvedere, ice rag, please.
And oh, yeah, cool compress. Yes, I can most definitely get that.
Appreciate it.
Listen, I was looking over it last night and I was thinking, like, I mean, I think maybe at one point I might have accidentally breathed it in. Like that might be something.
That's one
Because-
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's bad.
Sure.
And Zafira said that
Now
she would
allow
make
me
a
to do
mask.
something, and she's going to use her magical awareness.
What does that
and
shit do?
As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn about which school of magic it belongs to. So I'm trying to see what the
So
if
you-
like, for
is.
flavor.
If it's magical.
You pop that mask on, and like every magical item you guys have on you is called out. Belvedere is called out. The campsite is called out. But whatever is wrong with Zen is not magical.
Alright, so it's not a magical affliction at least, so that makes it simpler.
Well, I might be able to help if I just know if it's a disease or a curse, maybe.
I would go with disease first, see if that's it.
Zafira, how's that mask coming?
Yeah, I'm working on it, and
thank you.
Yeah,
Zafira.
I'm not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not working on it actually, but I'm. Can I roll to lie?
Give me a deception
do a
check.
deception roll, and I want to do an insight.
Yeah, deception versus insight. Let's do it.
Okay.
There's just banging noises.
While this is happening, I would like to.
I'm actually
It's like banging two pots together.
Sorry. What'd you say, Vanica?
While this is happening, I want to ritually cast detect poison and disease.
Ooh.
Very good.
That's why I wanted to check first, cover my bases.
Disease, deception. That is charisma. I would like to use my.
You're gonna use
my ring.
Okay, you could use the ring.
Well, I get. What was it? I get 3 charges per day, right?
Yeah, you get 3 charges a day.
Okay, that's fine. Because I have 0 in charisma. So.
I'm going to use the ring to lie to my friend.
Why did we give her the charisma ring?
Yes.
She needs it.
What'd you get?
Because I needed it. Okay, so
very true.
That's okay. Plus, what's 12?
What was your insight?
1.
Yeah, so like you ask how's that going, and you just hear like metal banging against each other in a saw for some reason, but sounds like she's working on it.
It's not even a saw. I'm making saw noises from my mouth.
It's like
I know if anyone's
Just
got
like-
my back, it's Zafira.
You just pick up a piece of paper and start crumbling it for some reason.
Yeah, I'm working on it. And as she looks away, I'm like, it's coming along. It may take a while, though.
Yeah, don't worry. See, Zafira's working on this. It'll be fine.
I'm trying to like see if I could put like any healing in a mask.
You do know that if you were going to make any sort of mask, it's going to take a bit of time. It's not going to be a one and done type thing. Specifically for what Zenith is asking for. When you do take the time to make it, it's going to take a bit of time to create, especially if you're going to create one for each member of your party, so the full group can go into Silver Keep and not just...
I was just gonna go by myself.
That's a wonderful idea.
Split the party.
Yes. That's great.
So
just a lot quicker, isn't it?
On the ritual
That's
casting, it would most definitely be quicker just to make one mask. On the ritual side of things, it's not poison, but is definitely a disease. As your spell
what kind it is.
identifies it as the chaos phage.
You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Yep.
Okay.
So you know that she has contracted the phage, which is that green shit that's in the city at the moment, and it is.
That's the slotty stuff.
That's
right?
the slotty shit. Yeah.
Okay.
And it is slowly but racking. It is slowly racking away at her body.
I feel better than I ever have.
Guys, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is you call it the salad people, but you've contracted a piece of the disease.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I might have accidentally breathed in a little bit, but I mean, I think you need to have long exposure to it for it to actually transform you. I was only in there for maybe 5 minutes.
Zen, dear, I want you to look at the ground real quick. Do you see the amount of water that you've been producing in the last 2 minutes?
And you do look down, and there is a small pool of sweat at your feet.
But here's the thing.
Yes, I'm quite warm.
It's that, but maybe it also is an effect from you holding that staff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
If I take it, the staff's been in my bag, so I haven't had my.
It's been in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So separate,
Yeah, I used it one time.
Yeah, no, you used it twice. I saw you touch it twice.
Oh, that's right. I used it twice, but I don't know.
You did correctly. You remember that you did reach out to one of the slotty when you used the rod while you were in the phage, and they told you that this is how they reproduce their numbers, is they infect people with the phage and it changes them into slotty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that green miasma was in the air, because it was produced in order to convert the people of Silverkeep into slotty. So
then I guess I'm confused. I didn't breathe it in, and you said based on my magic, like maybe possibly a mask using like on my check, like just intelligence check.
You did fail a saving throw while you were up there.
When you were trying to go up the stairs, remember? We were trying to kind of get rid of it.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, then what would be the point of the mask?
The mask itself would filter. It would act as a gas mask and it would filter the phage out of the air in order allowing you to safely go through the city without breathing that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I held my breath in the basement and then I did my prestidigitation.
Yes, you did. But you did fail a Constitution saving throw beforehand. And even if you didn't breathe it in, it still made contact with your body.
So then a mask would be useless.
Maybe.
But we don't know the full extent of it, though.
There was at some point in time that the phage got into your body and you've gotten infected with it.
Zafira, stop making that mask. I've come to a conclusion.
Oh, okay. I just dropped
you just look at the mess that you've made.
Like Foley equipment, essentially. Just like...
Vanica, what do we do for this?
Well, there is a way, to get rid of it.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, there could be other ways, of course, because of this unique creature and whatnot. The problem is, I'm actually like furiously looking. The thing is, pretty sure I need
cure disease.
I know that struggle of trying to bide time while you're furiously looking through your spells to make sure you're about to do the right thing.
So here's the thing, though, because I don't think this cures disease. Lesser restoration.
I think it
A
does.
lesser restoration will not work.
It does not, because it's blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
So we need greater restoration.
Which I don't have access to for a while.
I was gonna say, like...
Wait a minute.
That book.
I want to look at the description of the book real quick. A spellbook that has access to spells from every spellcasting member of the group. While holding this book, that person can cast any spell from the group that must have a spell slot in order to use it, which is every class.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to cast spells to use the book.
So technically,
it does not say you have to be of a certain level to use it.
You have to have that equivalent spell slot. And greater restoration. Greater restoration is a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
Which means 9th level. We are 3 levels away from that. Okay.
That's why I asked before, saying, like, does it have to be whatever max spell we can cast and below? So.
Now, is there a disease removal that is lesser level?
We could find a paladin.
Where the And you just see rage return to Danielle as she remembers Sigmund.
Well, here's the thing. Would I know if, because of what the slotty are, would I know if this is considered a curse?
It's a disease.
Yeah. Could I make a check to see how long she has before she would turn?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Can I help? Because I would also want to know how much time I have. And also, hold on a second. Never mind. Yeah, can I assist at all?
Are you proficient in medicine?
No. But maybe based on my studies, I would know more about the slotty.
You
Well, I
know
rolled
what?
really
I'll
well.
allow
He
it.
has a
Oh,
point.
okay. If she rolled really well, then
I'll allow it.
whatever.
But yeah, okay, my first roll was better. Okay. Yeah, so that is a 24.
Given the rate that she's already been like eaten away at, you're thinking a minimum of 3 days.
After she does kind of an examination, she's like, huh, okay, well, good news is we have time. Not much, though. You have maybe 3 days before you turn.
A minimum of 3 days.
Look, I
Okay.
am going to make this as urgent as possible, and I'm going to say 3 days. I stand by what I said.
Okay, so
not
we're
as
not
good
that
as I
far
was
from
hoping.
Windermere.
I need to sit down for a second. Not because I feel ill, but just because this is a lot.
Yeah, it took us, what, a day and a half to get from
But-
here from Windermere?
About a day, yeah.
Yeah, so we could get there and try to find some more skilled healers. I promise I'll get there. This is new to me. But unfortunately, I don't have what's needed for this. I'm so sorry. I will try to do better.
It's my own fault. And also, you guys don't need to be so angry. It was my decision to go in there. It's my damn fault. We'll figure something out. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to derail us. I really apologize.
No, my anger is towards, you know. My disappointment, however.
I'm not
not
angry,
mad,
I'm just
just
disappointed.
Ooh, the ultimate mom
Yeah.
move.
Yeah,
We,
my anger is towards Sigmund. Mhm.
yeah, I kind of get angry when I think about him too.
Oh, so do I.
We could always ask a hag for help.
Will we even
Grandma.
get there in time?
We're nowhere close enough for that.
We can bring her to us.
I don't want to bother her.
Who? Your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I was speaking out of turn. I had no idea.
I mean, if
Genuinely,
she
like,
can,
I don't think I want to bother
Mhm.
Sophie. She sounded busy the last time we talked.
Well-
I'm remembering the basement.
okay, but I want you to not be a salad person. So,
Yeah, me either.
Hi, Pepper Dog.
and quite honestly, Mr. Blue definitely left that out and also pissed me off with that.
Hey.
So yeah, we need to
Then
help
you're
you.
gonna age yourself prematurely if you keep being so angry.
I already
Well-
have.
Well, Windermere is very close, and we know it's a big enough town, big enough city, that they will more than likely have healers. We could take a chance if we want to go back that way. I also don't know anywhere else that's close, so because I don't get out, so I'm just going off of where we've been.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So I don't know if
can
there's
tell
anywhere
you
else that's
that
closer.
Windermere or whatever's east of us. That's a long ways to Mirefall.
yeah. And I
That
don't
was
think
like double the time.
we don't want to go southeast either. That would not. We'd probably all die on the way there.
Is there a way I
Why?
could message my grandma in some way?
If you had the message spell,
Don't, but Like,
what level is message?
it's
level
low.
1, I think. Or
Message is low level, but sending is 3rd level.
Sending would be
To answer
good.
your question, Malls, yes.
Good to know.
I mean, if it helps, I'm still picking out my spells for the day, so.
I'm also picking out my spells for the day.
It's a lot to work with. I'm not used to picking my spells, okay? I'm used to one and done. This is life or death situation. This is what you're stuck with. So I'm not used to going, oh, variety.
I think while you guys are kind of doing your thing, actually no, you guys keep on doing your thing. It's fine.
Would you like me to talk to your grandma? Oh, sorry, Chloe. What was that?
Oh no, I was gonna say something completely, mostly separate from this. So you can go ahead. I'll mention this afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, and I like look at it's morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like gauged time. I was like, yeah, she should be awake making breakfast by now. I think that we should send a message to my grandma, considering about how she dealt with my curse, and she's very good with healing diseases. I got sick really, really bad one summer, and I couldn't even get up, but she helped me. So.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. I just don't want to bother her. She's like a really busy lady, and she's got so much going
She's
on.
got her cribbage going on later. And...
Please do mention the nature of the actual disease to her and make sure she knows how urgent this is.
Oh yeah, I plan to. Okay. Okay.
This is the one that has 25 words, right?
Yeah. Wow, I've never talked to anyone long distance before. This is gonna be amazing. Is this thing on? Okay.
That's 4 words there.
Yeah,
you got 21 left. I know.
Wait, let us know when you start,
Yeah.
okay? So we can keep track.
Oh god.
My darlingest, dearest Sophie.
No, this is how dare you count those? That's how I naturally
They count.
talk.
They're words.
Okay, let us know when you're ready.
Alright, I think I'm ready. Hi, Saphira's grandma. It's her friend Vanica. One of our friends is diseased from a slotty and has 3 days. Please help us. Okay, what I'm gonna say are these. What I'm gonna say are 2 words. They're actually 2 words. Outside Silverkeep. Since I had to look, Silverkeep's 1 word. Okay, good. I'm not used to this. I've never used sending ever in any of my characters.
You did good. You did really good. I would be like, well, here's the thing.
And you get a reply.
Great.
I'm on my way, dear. Sit tight. And that is where we are going to end for this week.
Okay.
Oh shit, it's already 4 o'clock. Jesus. All right.
Yep. Doesn't feel like it because we got cut off in the middle, but hey, we got there.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. But yes, that is going to do it for this for us this week.
Oh, man.
Sorry everyone for the technical difficulties. Earlier Discord was being a pain, but thankfully we were able to resolve that issue. But we will be back here for another episode of Withered Wastes on February 1st. So that'll be the next time that this show is available. But if this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up on Monday, well, actually coming up later tonight, 8 o'clock Pacific time, is going to be the return of Vigilance 6, which is our superhero game. And then coming around on Monday will be another episode of Destiny Forged, which is our longest running show here on the channel. We are in our 4th campaign at the moment. That will be kicking off Monday at 7:30 Pacific time. On Tuesday, we are going to have another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. Coming up on Thursday will be the first episode of the year for Tricorn Isles, which I'm really, chomping at the bit to get back to, seeing as how where you guys are at. Yeah. And then coming up on Saturday will be episode 2 of the Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton inspired D&D mini game that is being run by Malls, which is their first time DMing. So we have
I'm so jealous.
2 crazy people here, both Malls and Cass doing their first time DMing on a stream of all things. But I'm actually looking forward to getting into episode 2. I love playing the character that I made.
I think if you're gonna pop your cherry, better pop your cherry live.
I mean, that could be.
Way,
I mean,
spoken like a true salute. I love it.
That's the way to look at it. I mean, taken out of context can be really weird, but
you can also say it out of context.
But
no better way than with a manhole or two.
Yes, very true.
But yes, if this is also your first time here, all of our past episodes, all of our past campaigns, our little one shots, our holiday specials, and everything can be found over on our YouTube channel as well. But we are going to go ahead and sign off here for now. We will catch you all tonight at 8 o'clock for Vigilant 6. Until then, have a good one.
I'm waving.